One of the things that Wade Compton mentions in his book, After Canaan, Essays on Race, Writing, and Region, is Afro-peripheralism. And he puts that in comparison or contrast with the Afrocentrism that you might find in a place like Toronto. So, I was born in Edmonton, I live in Vancouver, and I really like Toronto. But I don't live here, and sometimes I think it's good to have a perspective that is outside of the center, especially when I have conversations with some of my friends who are in the center, and then we kind of go back and forth. And but it's always good to come to the center and then connect with those friends. So the next, Ashley, you getting food, or are you ready to go next?
Oh my gosh, really?
Because I was setting you up, but if you want to eat, then it's all good. You can go ahead and eat. Okay.
Next person.
Ashley, you're on deck. Right. So please welcome our next poet is Robert Lane, aka Markus Black, the only good Negro. He hails from St. Vincent and the Grenadines and came to Canada in the early 90s. Now residing in Hamilton, Ontario, his background is love and blackness. Please welcome Markus Black.
Greetings to everyone.
Greetings.
As you say, my name is Robert Lane, better known as Markus Black, the only good Negro. I get burned for that name because I'm not really in this hype with you guys. I'm a real small fish in the pond, you know what I mean? When I start, poetry bunks into me. So I take this honor greatly, and I'm really glad to be in this book. I never really send out any kind of work. So when I send somebody tell me, yo, send in some work here, and I just send it in. I don't really like the computer, you know what I mean? And your friend was running me down on the computer. She called me up on the phone and she said, yo, your stuff is accepted. And I said, just go ahead, do what you want to do with it. Because this first piece I'm going to do is called Living Proof. As I say, it just come to me, I'm just a vessel. So here it go. It might be raggedy, 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 but the yard will sweep. Pon the cold ground, not even a blanket. My brothers and my sister, them have to sleep. They willing to drink the water that you bought with just to live. Say, they never seen a doctor since they live. And if they reach the age of 5, it's graduation time. They become a refugee in their own country. One size fits all. You need no experience. Zero tolerance. Don't you play ignorant. Let's take a look at this, if you will. Let's see how much it took to get you in. It's not as bad as it look. Who is next to kin? Is my father's hands you shook when you enter in. I do. The odds were stacked against you. You came and walked a mile in my shoe, not just for the heck of it. It was my father's wish. Now, wolf in sheep clothing, I can smell them for miles around. They been spooked. They running like they're mad, saying, taxi, taxi, I wanna get away. Take me to the mountains. Take me to the sea. Thank you very much. Wow. I'm Markus Black. So, I do have 2 poems in the book. And when I seen I got 2 poems, it was like, damn. Because I didn't even know if one was going to make it. Because I say it is the first time I've ever really put anything, because everything comes from my heart. I write down a bunch of stuff and I just put the books in them all over the place, and then I do open mics and I do some if anybody call me and think I'm good enough, because I like push the poetry thing, but if the poetry thing ain't pulling me, I ain't going nowhere with it because I'm looking to make nothing off for it, you know what I mean? Few people tell me they're inspired by me, and I think that's the best I could ask out of this poetry thing. So the other one is Fathers. It's called Fathers. I was doing a slam in Toronto from the roots with doing Morgan and those guys, so they give us some words. They say keeping that limit. So this is how this one go. Fathers are becoming an endangered species, dying in the street, trying to make 2 ends meet. What? You didn't think I could handle myself on your block? Always trying to put me on the spot? It only gives me a reason to use what I got. Now it's a little more than you bargain for. You turn 8 years, turn your back. Never say never when you're in the street full of terror. Now it's Dorothy sitting at home, wondering why Tyrone ain't coming home. But we all know why Tyrone ain't coming home. And left to moan, it's Tyrone 2 sons, him wants this own. You trading him in for number, shackles on your hands and your feet. I am going quietly and I'm not accepting defeat. Mothers substituting for fathers, while the children only taking orders. Echoing from the street bosses, all waiting for another umbilical cord to be dropped. My name is Markus Black, the only good Negro. Thank you.